call East Cocalico Township meeting to order for January 6, 2020. Please rise and pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please silence your cell phones. I'd like to thank Mr. for doing our camera. He did it all last year, and he's our cameraman this year again. So, the first Monday of each new year, according to the Township Planning Code, we have to have a reorganizational meeting. So this meeting today, which is different than the rest of the year, is for reorganization only, basically. We reappoint people, and that's about what we did tonight. I'd also like to recognize that Mr. Mitchell is a new supervisor here for this year. We start a new decade also with a new supervisor. We have a lot of accomplishments we've done in the past and a lot of opportunities in the future, and we have some interesting challenges in the future. Mr. McCray knows one of them. So,
if I may, I would just say thank you for welcoming on the board. It was an interesting year last year, getting out in the community and meeting with a lot of people, hearing what their concerns are, and listening and telling them what some of my concerns were in the past as well. Looking forward to dealing with some of these issues, and thank you for welcoming on the board.
well, welcome you. We're the three of us are here to work together.
Yes,
so we will.
Absolutely.
December 11th, 2019, there was in the paper our schedule for our meetings for this year, and this meeting was also that advertisement. As of now, I'll turn the meeting over to the Vice Chairman to start the appointment.
Sure. So what I'd like to do is make a motion to elect Mr. Alan Fry as the chairman for the Board of Supervisors.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. What I'd like to do at this point is, formally now turn the meeting back over to our chairman so that our newly appointed chairman, so he can go ahead and take over the meeting.
Okay. Jeffrey, you want to continue?
Yes, I'll make a motion to nominate Romeo Carrasco as Vice Chairman of the Board.
And I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. I'd like also to make a motion to elect Jeffrey W. Mitchell as Secretary to the Board of Supervisors. I need a second.
And I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Alan Fry as the treasurer and Mr. Jeffrey Mitchell as the assistant treasurer.
I will second that.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. I'll make a motion to appoint Romero Carrasco as Chief Administrative Officer for the Police and Non-Uniform Pension Plan, and Jeffrey W. Mitchell as the alternate Chief Administrative Officer for the Police and Non-Uniform Pension Plan.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. I'd also like to make a motion to appoint Penny Pollock as a Township Manager, Assistant Secretary, Open Records Officer, and the PSATS Voting Delegate. A mouthful there.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Derek Kepley as the Township Police Chief.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd also like to make another motion to appoint Alan Fry as the Township Police Commissioner.
I'll second that motion.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Make a motion to appoint Paul Wenger and Steve Graybill to the Planning Commission members for a term that expires in December 31st, 2023.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Steve Brubaker as Planning Commission member to fill the opening of Chris Fitterling, who resigned, for a term that expires December 31st, 2020.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd make a motion to appoint Gerald DeBalco and Bradford Victorin as authority board members with the East Cocalico Township Water and Sewer Authority for a term expiring December 23rd, 2024.
December 31st.
Oh, sorry, December 31st, 2024. Excuse me.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I make a motion to appoint E. Richard Young, Esquire, zoning hearing board solicitor, and Anthony Shimonek, Esquire, as the zoning hearing board solicitor alternate.
I'll second the motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Amy Niedermeyer and Brian Wise as zoning hearing board members for the term that expires December 31st, 2022.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Matthew J. Krem Jr. Esquire as the Transportation Impact Fees Special Solicitor.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I make a motion to appoint Penny Pollock as Transportation Impact Fee Advisor.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Goodman and Kneff, consisting of Thomas L. Goodman, Esquire, and Joseph J. Kneff, Esquire, as East Cocalico Township solicitors.
And I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Eckert, Seaman, Sharon, and Merlot LLC, consisting of Michael McAuliffe Miller, Esquire, as the labor solicitor.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Make a motion to appoint Anthony C. Luongo as zoning code enforcement officer and stormwater enforcement officer, and Becker Engineering, consisting of Brent E. Lead, as the alternate zoning code enforcement officer and stormwater enforcement officer.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Make a motion to appoint Becker Engineering LLC, consisting of Brent E. Lee, PE, as land planning engineer and alternate lead transportation impact fee consultant.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint John Schenk of Vertu Engineering as the transportation engineer, transportation impact fee consultant, and alternate land planning engineer.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Make a motion to appoint Mike LaSalle of Land Studies as the township's MS4 engineering consultant.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. I'll make a motion to appoint Commonwealth Code Inspector Service Incorporated, consisting of Andrew Nielsen as the East Cocalico Township Building Inspector, UCC Building Official, and Code Administrator, BOCA.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to appoint Ephrata National Bank as the depositories for township funds.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Motion to appoint Harvey Aki as the fire official.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. I'd like a motion to appoint Scott Aki as Emergency Management Coordinator.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Chad Weaver as the Assistant Emergency Management Coordinator.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Dale High as sewage enforcement officer and Robert Carpenter as alternate sewage enforcement officer.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Alan Fry as the part-time equipment operator and part-time recreational director.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Lisa A. Kashner as recording secretary.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to appoint Christopher Flory as roadmaster.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Romero Carrasco as ECT Intermunicipal Group IMG representative and Penny Pollock as the IMG alternate.
I'll second that.
All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Daniel J. Becker as East Cocalico Township Authority Intermunicipal Group representative and Terry W. Reber as the alternate ECTA IMG representative for a term expiring December 31st, 2020.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Motion to appoint Mike Hession as Lancaster County Tax Collection Bureau Municipal Representative and Carolyn Hildebrand as alternate for the municipalities in the Cocalico School District on the LCTCB for 2020.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Romero Carrasco and Warren Peters as Lancaster County Housing and Redevelopment Authority Regional Advisory Counseling Steering Committee as a township representative.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Lisa Kashner as our recycling coordinator and Jeffrey Mitchell as the assistant recycling coordinator.
I'll second the motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Motion to appoint Alan Fry as Pennsylvania State Association of Township Supervisors alternate voting delegate.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. I want to make a motion to appoint Zoe's House Rescue as their dog depository.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Barry Weaver as vacancy board member.
Go ahead.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Motion to appoint Kurt Russell as a member of the zoning hearing board for a term that will expire on December 31st, 2021.
I'll second that motion. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Romero Carrasco as Marketing Economic Development Coordinator for East Cocalico Township.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
And I'd like to make recognition of Paul Keller as the re-elected township auditor for a term that expires December 31st, 2025.
Is that a motion or?
No, he's just recognizing.
The
Okay.
recognition.
Recognition, okay. I think we have all that.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I think that's all.
Okay, moving on, after elections and appointments, other annual matters. I think that's it, right? Okay. Okay. Past meeting minutes, Tuesday, December 17th. Any additions or corrections to that meeting minutes?
I do not have any.
I don't either, so I'll make a motion from this three passed as presented.
And I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Lisa,
Abstained. I wasn't here.
both of them are 2-0. The next one would be the Board of Supervisor meeting Thursday, December 19th. Any additions or corrections to those minutes?
I do not have any,
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept them as presented.
and I will second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Police Department, Chief.
I will defer my report until the next meeting.
Okay.
That's all right. I mean, I'll take any questions.
Anybody have any questions of the chief? Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
I got one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'd like to thank the chief and everybody else that was involved with the Toys for Tots. You did a fantastic job, and I know you were on vacation when you did all that, so thank you.
That's all right. We gathered 1,300 toys this year and handed them out to all the places that I talked about, and the hospitals were especially grateful. We went to Reading, delivered them in the pediatric unit, and then went down to the ER. They have a separate pediatric ER. And then we went to LGH a couple days later, did the same thing, went down into the ER, gave some to a bunch of kids that were in the waiting room that weren't too happy, so made some days, so it was good.
Thank you. Thanks for bringing that up.
Nice job, Chief.
Thank you. Okay. Any other questions of the chief or comments? Okay, thank you. Zoning officer, Tony.
Yes, as usual, I'll defer with my full report at the next meeting, and we'll have all the year-end numbers, which should be surprising. Yeah.
Thank you,
It's been a
Tony.
busy year.
Okay, and the room master will give his report next week, the next meeting, sorry. There's no treasurer report tonight. Planning engineer, let's defer to the next meeting also. Okay, resolutions. Every year, we have to do this resolution. Resolution 2020-01, resolution authorizing the appointment of a certified public accountant to audit the books of East Cocalico Township. We are appointing Mary Dussel to do that job. So I'll make a motion that we adopt resolution 2020-01. Any comments or questions? This was advertised in the paper December 20th for the regulations.
November
Second.
Oh, November 20th, I'm sorry.
20th. Has to be a month, at least a month before.
Yeah.
And I'll second that motion.
Any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Next resolution is 2002. This resolution establishes the fee schedules noted below. Do we need to go through all these, or?
No.
No, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them, so.
They're available.
They're available,
Yeah.
and there's nothing really out of alignment from last year. Some are up a little, but not too bad. So I'll make easy for me to say. I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2020-02, resolution establishing the 2020 fee schedules noted below and attached heretofore. I need a second.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank
And
you.
again, those are available for public review.
Yeah.
Just there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. Millage reimbursement. That's set by the federal government, the IRS. So the motion would be millage.
On the first page.
Which is-
Item
There it
D.
is, yep. Yeah. Motion to appoint the 2020 mileage reimbursement rate as set forth by the IRS in the amount of 57.5 cents per mile.
I'll second that motion.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
So,
That's it. You're,
the IRS.
no, he can't. He can't. Termination of previous health and vision and dental insurance plan.
Yeah, we
Is
missed
your
the
call?
nice callers.
The haulers.
Item E.
Oh, yeah.
G.
Okay. Motion to approve the 2020 municipal waste hauler agreement with Eagle Disposal, Goods Disposal, JBS Hauling, Republic Service, Waste Industry, and Waste Management.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. This is state mandated, you have to do this every year, so I'll second the motion.
At one time, there was talk about going to a universal hauler for the township. Has there been any other recent thoughts about that, making a township fee? I know a couple of years ago that was discussed.
It was discussed.
What do you mean by universal hauler?
Everybody pays a their property tax, and the garbage fee collected from everybody then.
Instead of having multiple haulers coming in different days of the week.
Is it a tax or is it something you out for bid for?
We have to go out and bid it.
That's
Yeah,
correct. You
yeah.
have to go out for bid.
Yeah.
There was conversation, but it never went any further. And, you know, would that be a benefit to the residents having that all kind of the same day? Not that it'll stop us now from passing this, but
No,
just,
yeah.
it's a discussion point
It's a
maybe for
discussion, yeah.
the future.
My past experience is that it won't happen all on the same day, as the hauler will divide up the township into different sections. And so each section would be on a different day, but you do get some very good prices in, because then your large haulers like Waste Management and so forth will actually do some aggressive bidding on that. It does pay if you can go in with other municipalities. The more municipalities you have, the better deal you're going to get. So it is something that you gentlemen might want to think about.
I think we thought about it before, and the majority of the people have goods, and they weren't interested in doing it at the time, so.
You're here for your residents.
So we
Yeah, I don't
just stood back because most of the residents up. But I don't know if goods don't buy goods anymore.
No, they were sold.
They were sold, so maybe they'd be interested in doing it now. We could look into it.
Well, that's something we're gonna have to need that. I think we should have some discussion over, because
Sure.
I have, in all openness, I have no idea what the residents would think of it. You know, are they for it, or are they against it? Do they like to pick their own garbage company? I just don't know.
Well,
It depends upon the price.
it would save, you know, people from making that every quarterly payment, I guess, for it, if it's included in your tax bill. That's be one benefit.
I'm not sure that can be included in the tax bill.
No?
To be honest with you. I don't
Be
think
a
it
separate
can.
fee there.
That's correct.
Okay.
And you still would have to make that quarterly payment. But going with a contract like that, it does allow the residents that are single or don't have much trash, they can have the option to purchase bags. Instead of paying the quarterly fee, they can pay so much for a bag, and then, you know, when that bag's full, they sit it out. So, and generally, your recyclables is also included in that.
So there's a lot more to it. Ralph?
The bidding out, the survey of the public, is it an official random generated survey, or is it a survey of the people that are here? How will that survey occur?
We usually put it, it's usually put in the newsletter. However, this is my opinion now. As we're migrating towards a more technology-based way of doing things in East Cocalico, my opinion. Now that we have the website now up and running, we have the new website that's up and running that we implemented last year. Now that we have that website so that it's more smartphone friendly, I think the best way, the easiest way to implement something like that is you actually do a survey based right on the web server itself for residents. It's probably the most convenient, my opinion.
So going with what you just said, Marcy, a lot of old people, my father, lots of people I know don't know how to even begin to use the phone. Their opinion counts just as much.
No, absolutely. So in those would be those cases where we'd have to check and see, did we get a response from the residents? And then you probably have to have a method or a mechanism to say, this came from this address, they voted or they gave these comments, we're missing all of these. And then you do an actual
They need
mail.
to be included.
No, absolutely. But the quickest way probably to get a little bit of a feel is to ask in a public meeting, get it off the web, as well as just get some feedback from some of the local meetings when they're held at the fire companies or whatever they are. But like I said, I just, to answer Jeff's comments, I don't even have the basis of being able to comment intelligently, because I haven't thought about that.
Well, I just know it was a discussion item at one point, never went anywhere, but maybe at some point we want to bring that back up.
Jim?
Jim came back, Goods offers a senior discount, which I don't know that other trash haulers do.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to get that great big garbage can that Waste Management uses. I just don't want that big thing, because you are required to buy those from some of the haulers. And there are people on our block who don't even ever put garbage out. I don't know whether they take it someplace else or they dump it in a public garbage can, but there are, yeah, well, we don't want that either. And another
You
point
didn't bring
is,
that up, didn't you, Tony?
yeah, we don't want anybody burning their garbage. And there are a lot of residents in this township who don't have the capability of getting on your website because they don't have computers or cell phones that are compatible with that. So I think you'd have to put it beyond the newsletter. A lot of people don't even read the newsletter. I tell them all the time, why don't you read the newsletter once in a while? But anyway, I think we should leave it the way it is, but that's my opinion.
Well, not right now, we are, so.
Good,
Yeah. Okay.
thank you.
Motion in a second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No, motion carried. Thank you. Okay. Now termination. The motion is to terminate contracts of service for Peters Healthcare Provider, Capital Blue Cross, effective December 31st, 2019. That's the motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. All in favor? Any comments or questions? We went to a new health supplier, that's why this is. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. CMI, quote for signal upgrade.
So what's happening here is the traffic signal at Route 272 on Church Street. The current cabinet only has 4 ports in it. Right now, east and west are running on one port, north and south on another port, and there's one free port. In order to do preemption, each direction must have its own port, so there's 4, preemption would be 5, the cross signals would be 6, and if there are any kind of upgrades, so we need lots of ports, so the whole cabinet needs to be upgraded. This is their quote to do that, $8,296.40.
In this new cabinet,
This will cover everything, so.
when we upgrade that
That's
intersection.
correct. That's correct.
So in other words, when they do the intersection like it's supposed to be, make left turn lanes and everything, this is a big enough cabinet.
Yep, and your walking signals require their own ports,
Mhm.
so we're just,
Is that being funded out of traffic impact or general fund?
that's general.
General fund.
Alan, remind me, I don't remember.
Yeah.
When we were, or Tony, when we were talking about this project, CMI gave us a quote before.
Yeah, that was for the equipment.
That was for the.
No, that was just to install the equipment that was already here. We already had the preemption equipment here, so there was no need for them to really go look at the cabinet. because
They
the
should, but
equipment
they
was
didn't.
taken.
Got it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to clear up, so, all right.
Yeah,
So this was-
I had the same question, RC.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
so
did.
this was the equipment we had,
We
this
already
was.
had the equipment, this is to upgrade the cabinet and install it now. The cabinet
Okay.
has to be upgraded, there's not enough ports.
Okay, so when they physically went out and checked what the ports were at
Mhm.
that cabinet, that's when
Yeah.
Right, they took our equipment and went to install it and
There's
then.
not enough room.
it's just not compatible. Right,
When
okay.
they first quoted it, they should have looked at it, but I don't think they did. They just gave a quote.
Question,
Sure. Yes.
how long's that preemption equipment been sitting here? How many years?
One. We got it last.
And I know you guys just mentioned it, but I'm appalled that this contractor did not go out and figure out what was going on, and then they wanted to stop the job for a change order.
Some of the problem was you got to get permission from PennDOT. It took this long to get the license from PennDOT to do it.
To
It
open
wasn't-
the cabinet.
No, for installing it.
For step one, the install.
The installation, we got the equipment and then it took forever to get the installation permission from PennDOT because there are two PennDOT roads. And that's what held us all up,
I
PennDOT.
understand that, but what I'm saying is,
Mm-hmm.
it
I
didn't
agree.
take permission to open the container and look in it.
I know. They should have looked at it sooner, but.
This was an oversight
Mhm.
by the contractor,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Is it budgeted?
This,
Mhm.
And there is money in the general fund, it was not specifically budgeted, but the township does have reserves set aside for just such things. So, we are
And it
covered.
needs to be put in. It should have been there years ago.
No further questions, thank you.
I know, I agree with you. Okay. The motion is to approve CMI proposal to upgrade the Route 272 Church Street traffic signal cabinet in the amount of $8,296.40 for preemption purposes. I need a second.
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion. Yes.
One more question on that. Is it more cost effective to do it while the intersection is being upgraded or to do it now in preparation to upgrade it?
Well, we don't know when that will be upgraded. The cost of upgrading that intersection is a lot of money. We don't have it in the budget or the funds to do it. The preemption was needed before. And we were just brought it to our attention the other year, so that's why we went down this road. So. Okay? Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Edgewood Apartments.
What this is the Pennsylvania Housing Authority was requesting to add additional apartment buildings at Heatherwoods onto their affordable housing list. So they have an application for, in Heatherwoods Development, Building 1, Units 153 through 164, Building 2, Units 133 through 140, Building 3, Units 141 through 152, and Building 4, Units 165 through 176, Building 5, 125 through 132, and they are all located at 200 Hill Road. Like I said, this is the Housing Authority that would like to add these apartments to their affordable housing list. And an application was made to them. If the board has till, it's the letter, they need an answer within 30 days of the date of the letter, and they sent their letter December 23rd. So, they need an answer this meeting. If you have any questions or concerns, but they're not doing that.
Is this existing housing that's
This
already
is
there?
existing apartments that are already there, they're just going to make them affordable housing.
Has any of that been occurring there prior to now?
I think there already is some there, correct, Tony? Yes.
For the two-section housing, they were approved so many units back in the day when they were built. Now they want to increase that number, make it more affordable housing to.
Is this part of the new part?
No,
No.
this is all existing.
It's
It was
existing,
built 15 years, roughly 15 years.
15 years ago. But these aren't, these aren't affordable as of the date now.
Right. There are a certain amount that were and a certain amount that were not. And they want to bring more of them into the mix.
Chief, we have no problem there, do we?
No, just the normal calls of any other development. There's no issues there.
Question,
Yes.
how's this gonna affect the tax base with this package of shift?
I don't believe it
I don't think
at
it'll
all.
affect at all. The property value won't change.
Okay.
It just means
These are
that,
just rental units, the landowner would still pay the property tax as he always does.
but it'll be subsidized through the state.
Right.
Any other questions? June,
Is there a bus that comes there?
I don't know, I can't answer that.
what do you mean?
Mass transit.
Well, if people are low income, I would think that they would need, if maybe don't have a car, is there a bus service that comes there to pick people up?
No.
Where, can we get one? Is there any
We
way that?
tried
You
already,
tried?
but no, we didn't succeed.
I don't know, I've never seen a bus around here at all.
Excuse me, I think the closest now would be the Declaration House.
The next, Denver.
I believe
And that one just came in.
Correct.
So maybe we could get one there then too.
That'd be good, I would think, to maybe help these people get employment.
Makes sense.
Yeah, good point.
Is there any way we can investigate that or find out if we can get that extended up to
We can work on it, yes.
that location?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's the wish of the board? Do we want to approve it or think about it?
Well, it's not really an approval process, you have 30 days to submit comments.
Oh, comments. Any comments?
So Tony, just so I'm clear, these were units that were built, these are the existing units that were there.
They currently exist and people are renting them, but they're not.
They never designated them as affordable housing when those units were completed, what, 8, 10 years ago?
At least,
At least that.
At least that, right?
it was in the first phase of
Older
it.
than that.
Okay,
Lot
so,
older than that.
so what they're actually doing then
10
is,
years ago.
so they've made the application to migrate these from apartments to affordable housing units.
Correct. That's my understanding of it.
Okay, so one of the questions that I have, which I don't know, is, does that impact our zoning at all?
It currently exists.
Because they exist,
Yeah.
Correct.
right?
This,
It doesn't change the use of the buildings. They are rental units.
Right, fundamentally,
What they
they're
charge
the
for
same
these,
use.
what they charge for these units is really not the township's concern. They're rental units.
Right.
To a certain extent.
Yeah, so realistically, I personally don't see any evidence that all they're doing is migrating in terms of how they're using those units for the existing tenants. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't see anything.
Okay. I guess you have.
well.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Was that in the process when Burke's bought into, or was that all prior?
That was
When that development got taken over by Burke's,
No, that's separate.
that was all something separate?
This is
Well,
separate.
there's a separate management company that handles the apartments, the rents.
Yeah, it's a separate.
Yeah, because that was all prior
Yeah,
to.
the prior,
Correct.
the prior developer did that part and then went bankrupt or whatever, took off or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Burke's just bought the other part of the development.
So that wasn't part of the.
No, it's not part of Burke's itself.
Fair enough.
Maybe for your motion, instead of to approve the housing authority, just that you're in agreement with the housing authority to request without the following apartments located in otherwise developmented or affordable housing list. And then the houses I listed.
So I will make that motion. And can we add to that motion that I believe we have no comments, specific comments as related to those units?
Yes, I'll second. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Oh, sorry.
I just had a question, before it goes into lower affordable housing, is there any things that have to change as far as the apartments code or anything else that, to go into that? Or like what happens to the people that are currently living there now that aren't part of the affordable housing umbrella and they change into it? Are they evicted and to get actual affordable housing tenants in there, or what? Do you have any of that information?
We don't have that information, but I would expect most of these people have some kind of lease agreement. And I really can't see a landlord tossing somebody out that has an agreement that's under contract. I mean, that just wouldn't look good.
You don't have that information?
We do
right?
not have that information, no.
So you want to pass it, but without a lot of information?
Well,
That's really between the landlord and the
yeah, we don't have no
lessee.
control.
That's correct. We don't have control over
June.
But the people that live in the apartments that are not part of Section 8 are paying rent,
Mhm.
and they do, I don't think fall under some guidelines that they have to have only a certain income. So to his point, will these people be thrown out because now they make too much money to live in a Section 8 apartment?
Well, I would believe I believe the landlord would have to notify them of the change in the,
But if it's the federal government housing authority, I've known several people that tried to get into those apartments and they work, but they were just above the amount, by maybe $700 a year. I know one lady just applied for that. She was $700 a year over what the income should be to live there, to qualify to live there in low income. So if they're changing this from people that actually pay rent to Section 8 housing, they may very well not qualify then to live there.
that. This letter does not say Section 8, it just says affordable housing, so.
Oh, I thought somebody said Section 8.
It does not say Section 8. It says they want to add this to
That
their
was- some of
affordable
that was
housing
Section 8.
list.
Yeah, I made that
Tony
comment
made
because
that
back in
comment.
the day, that's what it was designated. Certain amount of those residences were going to be Section 8 housing
Back when they did it.
when they created it, and we're talking at least 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I think it is long, at least so long.
This does not state Section 8.
No, it does not.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Well, yeah, you have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Thank you. Okay. Old business, MS4 discussion. Ken, anything
Not a lot
to
to say right now. We're on the brink of starting some water sampling, so we can get a handle on what the actual water quality situation is in the township. The current MS4 regulations for what we have to do in terms of removing pollutants on our pollution control plan are all based on modeling, not actual data as to how much sediment's actually in the water. And what we're planning to do is have enough sampling locations around the township and do sampling to the point where we start to get some idea of what actually is there. And that'll be probably starting within the next month. We need to get some equipment and get the plans finalized.
Any questions of Ken?
Ken, I'm sure it's way too early because of the holidays, but did you hear anything at all in terms of that grant you got in just before?
Yeah, the grant was submitted on time, and word on when we're gonna find out is June to July. Yeah.
They at least acknowledge they received it.
Well, it's submitted electronically, so we have proof that they got it, but,
Thank you.
it'll be one.
Like anything, the government takes forever. Okay. Fire Department Working Group. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I had a question there. I know that I've been out of the loop now for a while on this MS4 stuff, but it's all, I really fought when I was here on unfunded mandates to the township. It isn't the township, it's the township taxpayers that have them unfunded mandates. We have them, us taxpayers. So, and I know PSAT was instrumental in fighting some of those things at that time. I hope that our supervisors are savvy enough to go up there and fight for us, the taxpayers. Because unfunded mandates, in my opinion, you don't have to comply to everything that's coming along if you don't have the money. You gotta make appropriations to meet those demands, but you don't have to do them all at a time that they're scheduled. If they give you the money, then you gotta do it.
One other thing is in the works, I think we had talked about this in a previous meeting, but we just recently, in cooperation with Team Ag, submitted a couple of test cases to DEP, looking at whether they can count agricultural things towards our pollution reduction, which, if they will take those, could drop the cost by 80–90%. So we're keeping fingers crossed on that.
They're thinking smarter.
We have acknowledgement that they've received them and that they're working on it, and they thanked us for sending because they wanted to do this. But it'll take a while for everybody to get their opinion applied to it, I guess.
I know Representative Smucker is really working hard for this.
And
They're
I know he
pushing
does,
for it,
but there's also some out there with tons of money that are more eager to meet some of those demands. I'm just thinking about the taxpayers of East Cocalico Township.
We are too.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
One of the thought processes, Ken, is this Reamstown Stream Bank restoration project. It's coming in with a high price tag. And Ken and myself, we've worked on the idea of trying to prove to DEP that we can achieve greater sediment control, you know, on the farmland and other properties within the township to meet their guidelines. And to do so would be, you know, just save us a tremendous amount of money. And if we can implement something like that, you know, we think we can improve the numbers that we can achieve what they want or more so, just on farmland here in the township. But you know, to get the state to acknowledge something like this, it's challenging at best. But you know, we've heard, I guess Ken will agree with us, we've heard from some state representatives that you know, they might be moving a little bit on this idea. So I think if we can keep pushing forward in that.
I have a meeting scheduled with Team Ag on Thursday.
Yeah, if we can keep pushing ahead with that idea, it will save a whole lot of money. And you know, when they look at this sediment reduction, somebody's beeping out. You know, why not stop the problem at the headwaters of all these streams instead of trying to get it down midstream like that? It's still, the problems are still going to come down. So, you know, it's one of the things that Ken and I have been working on to try and.
Yeah,
I started the initial outfall inspections in our township.
Mm-hmm.
And as you went around and did those outfalls, the big thing I kept trying to say was, show me the water quality coming into our township, and then show me the water quality going out of our township, then we can make corrections to, well, that never happened. It just never happened.
Well-
That's exactly the sampling.
Well, and this sampling should help that. If you're doing that, if you're taking a sample of it coming into the township
Right,
and what's going out,
yeah, we put, I've set up 10 proposed sample locations, and they're on the major streams coming into the township, or as close as we could get, with them wanting to be on a road crossing, so they have to hike half a mile to get to the sample site. And then also where Muddy Creek and Cocalico Creek leave the township, have sampling there, so yeah, we'll have that sort of analysis available.
that sounds good.
I've been able to track that just on my farm a little bit, Ken, and you know where I'm at there. And
Yeah.
with the pipe that comes under the road out front, you know, on any kind of large storm, we get a lot of dirty water coming down from above. But with the conservation work that I've put in on my farm, a lot of the waterways, the water coming out through them is virtually drinkable. It's astonishing the difference between what's coming from other properties versus what's coming off of a, you know, totally conservation installed property. So, you know, and this is that kind of stuff that we can document.
Exactly.
And, you know, it's going to be helpful in the long run.
Yeah, let me answer part of your question also. The visibility on this, to give you an idea of it, is Penny and I, we attended the LCATS meeting, which is basically a briefing that they had back on, look at my calendar here, it was back on November 4th, okay? The sporty conversations that were held during that meeting,
Sporty.
they were quite sporty, and it was very, very interesting. I would say probably 90% of the discussion with all of our representatives, all of the questions, everything was related to MS4. And exactly what you just said, related to, it's one of the biggest challenges, significant challenges facing all of these municipalities, and it's an unfunded mandate. And then in some situations, I'm sure Ken can help me out here, but even in some situations, you have the state saying it's not us, it's the federal government. You have the federal government saying it's not us, it's the state. So there's not even agreement in terms of who's proposing the mandate, I should say, who's proposing the overall idea, who's willing to accept the responsibility and the risk to change it. But it was quite a sporty conversation.
No, it was a heated conversation. No, in all reality, it's, you know, the federal government, the EPA is passing down these mandates, but DEP is making it much more stringent than it has to be. And we can't even get DEP to talk to us. DEP refuses to talk to any managers in this area because we all ask them the same question and they won't. So it's DEP we need to go after.
And
So
as
any
a,
help with that would be wonderful.
and I'll say this as a personal observation on my end, in supporting what Jeff said and supporting what Ken just said. The one thing that I find that's promising in this, in all these conversations, all the municipalities are saying the same fundamental thing. This is unaffordable, it's out of line, it's an unfunded mandate, and we're not even sure where to begin. So at least the message that's going out to all of our representatives is the same message. I think that's a real benefit. When you're trying to do a root cause analysis of how to fix something.
Stay united.
Just as an example, Ken, how many cubic yards of dirt are planned to come out of the Reamstown Park project?
I think the number was 1,500 or so,
Oh,
1,600.
I thought it was 52 or 5,400. No? It's an enormous amount
A lot,
of dirt
yeah.
that
It
will
was-
come out.
it was a lot.
I know,
So the estimate was gonna be on the order of 500-600 truckloads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why? I don't understand.
That's
We-
what.
I got it. What the process is that the creek bank now is highly eroded, it's nearly vertical, it's flat surface with soil showing, no plant matter. What we're doing is to take a slope like this and turn it into a slope like that, that'll be vegetated, and it'll allow the water to spread out, which allows it to slow down. And by slowing it down and by having the walls of the banks of the creek protected with vegetation, you don't get the erosion you do when it's just a vertical face of soil. So that's the concept. But to do that requires taking out an enormous amount of soil to get the slope that you need that won't erode in the future.
Yeah, so this is a huge stream bank restoration, and the problem is that it's only going to give us a small portion of the amount that we have to reduce our sediment by.
Actually,
Whereas if we go after
It does
what,
pretty well. It takes care of
not
almost,
near what the farm ground does though,
no,
the
but
farmland.
Yeah.
but it
Exactly,
does
at a
take
much
care of
cheaper
all the
cost.
current requirement in the
Yeah, for a
Cocalico
much
Creek
higher
watershed. Right, for very
Much
much
higher,
higher cost.
much higher cost.
If we can do farmland, it'd be a lot cheaper.
Yes.
A lot cheaper, and we could exceed the
Mhm.
expectations.
All right.
Just gotta get those farmers on board.
Yeah.
No, we gotta
And
get
we
DEP on board.
get DEP
I think-
on board
I
to
think the
allow us
farmers-
to do that.
I think to sell to a farmer would be a lot easier than DEP.
DEP can't quantify the
No.
numbers, so they don't know.
Yeah, so. Any other comments or questions on this? Okay, move on. Fire Department Working Group. One more.
For, just curious, for any construction projects like that, have you guys considered linking up with like Lancaster County CTC or other, like, I know my unit, 333rd Engineering Company in Shillington, like, we're always looking for projects and stuff like that. Now, that being federal government and local, you know, might not mix, but as far as the Lancaster County CTC, they have a heavy equipment program where they teach high school kids how to operate equipment, stuff like that. They might be able to do two things. Do the actual job, you know, obviously under supervision, but also get kids training on equipment that they're gonna need for their jobs in the future too.
It's far enough out, we can investigate doing that, whether
We can or not, that's another
we,
question.
Yeah,
whether
we
it
can
can
or
for
not,
the
right,
technical
yeah.
problem of being
Right.
federal,
Yeah, this is
or the other problem is that it's pretty technical, it's not just
significant
simple, it's
engineering.
complicated
That's correct.
in terms of the engineering and the work that needs to be done. So whether that could be done under that situation, I am not sure.
Yeah,
But it
I
can
wish
be
it was that easy,
investigated.
you know, Ken and I are even having discussions about this water sampling and the volunteers to do it, which we're gonna have that discussion, you know. How do we insure them? You know, our insurance company is telling us, you might want to stay clear from volunteers, so, you know, even to get water sampling done cheaply is gonna take some work, so.
Okay. Can we move on to the Fire Department Working Group?
No updates at this time.
No updates at this time, but, you know, as stated in the last meeting, fire companies do wanna start that up again, and so,
It's a new year, we'll start it up.
exactly.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell wants to say something, new business.
Yes, apologize for not getting the agenda item there on time, but
We'll let you slide this
Thank
time,
you.
because you're a rookie.
thank you.
Next time, well.
All right, we'll do better. One of the reasons that I was looking to run for office was part of the dysfunction at times that I saw from leadership in this township. Not to throw you under the bus at all, don't think about that, but
I've been under the bus already,
well,
so.
no, but, you know, I looked at, in the past, the history where, you know, we weren't working well with our surrounding communities. And, you know, that bothered me. We couldn't deal in various situations. We all know the history, the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And, you know, I worked building relationships with the leadership in the surrounding communities here. And